no gold is not enough.
Hey little weirdos, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something pretty personal, which is my personality. If you follow me on any kind of social media, you know that I am an ISFJ personality. ISFJ is from Briggs-Myers quiz or 16 personality quiz, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. Pretty much it's a super accurate test about how your personality is and how you work. I highly recommend you check it out because it was spot on for me. It's spot on for a bunch of my friends, so definitely go check it out. I'll leave the link to it down in the description below if you want to take the test yourself. It's really fun. It's about 100 questions, so you know that it's gotta be accurate. And I'm sure you're wondering, Ashlyn, what does ISFJ even mean and what's the quiz even about? Pretty much you take the quiz and at the end of the quiz, it'll give you 4 letters. Those letters help represent your personality. So for the first letter, you can either get an I or an E. I stands for introverted, so if you're more quiet and don't like to talk as much, that is what you'll be given. If you're an E, that means that you're more extroverted and you love to talk more. For the second letter, you can either get an N or an S. N for intuitive, which means that you are more into creative ideas and looking at stuff from a creative perspective, or S, which means that you're more observant and you notice more about the world around you and about certain situations that you are put in. For the third letter, you can either get a T or an F. T means for thinking, so if you're in certain situations, you think more logically. F, if you're in more situations, you think about it more in a feeling perspective. What do other people's feelings mean to you in those type of situations? For the fourth one, you can either get a J for judging or P for perceiving. J means that when you are in certain situations, you judge them while you're in them, or P, you are more perceiving of situations before they even happen. And it can also mean that you're structured or more non-structured when it comes to how you run your life. And that is generally what the quiz is about. It is just breaking down your personality into certain sections and then giving you a letter to categorize those sections. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's talk about my personality, ISFJ, which means introverted, sensing, feeling, and judging. So I am more introverted. I do not like to talk much, and I am very much more quiet when I'm around groups of people. S, which is sensing or observing, which means I more notice the world around me. I observe it more than most people. F, when I am in certain situations, I don't think about them more logically. I think about them more on my feelings. So I think about, will my friends like this, or how will this affect my feelings and the feelings of the people around me? And J for judging, which means I judge situations while I'm in it. So if I'm in a situation where 2 people are arguing, I'm the one that's judging it and thinking about how we can solve this. And I live my life more structured than I do non-structured. Now that we've got the main basics out of the way, let's talk about each category and what they mean to me. Since I am more of an introvert, when I am around a group of people that I do not feel comfortable with, I am super quiet and I don't talk that much. I do not get my energy out from being with people as extroverts do. When they go out and party or hang out with friends, they get a lot of energy and they feel really happy and more energized. For me, I lose energy real quick and I lose momentum to even stay out and hang out with friends. If I don't get that time of being alone without having to pay attention to anyone else, I will lose so much energy to the point that I will mentally and physically shut down. I have gotten headaches and literally almost thrown up from having not enough energy just because I haven't been able to recharge in my own area, my own space. I have had so many people asking for my attention that I just can't keep up. S, which is the sensing part, means that I am very much more observant. So I observe situations. Most of the time people will be feeling terrible, maybe having the worst day, and yet they're smiling and making jokes with their friends. And just because I have just watched them and observed them for a while, I know for a fact they've had the worst day of their life, but they don't want anyone else to know. But I have figured it out. And so I'll go up to them later and be like, hey, are you okay? You don't look like you're having a good day. And they're so shocked because I noticed and no one else did. And it's just because we've sensed out and we've just figured out by observing how other people are, how situations are, not just feelings, situations of people. If I'm observing that, we're able to come to better conclusions than most people do. Feelers mean that when I am in a situation, I don't think about it from a logical perspective as thinkers do. I think about more of a feeling perspective. How will my friends feel if this happens? How will I feel if I make this decision? I don't think about it logically in my head. I more go off of feelings and how it makes me feel in that situation. And judging means I am very structured in my life. I have my own schedules and I keep to those schedules, and I judge certain situations while I'm in them instead of perceiving them before they happen. Now that we've gotten a little bit deeper and you understand more of my personality, now I want to talk about me personally and what an ISFJ is to me. ISFJs are very hardworking and super protective. We are given the nickname of protectors. And rightfully so, because we protect our friends and family to the end. We are hardcore protectors of those that we love. Yes, that's a running theme. You're gonna keep hearing this. We care about the people around us and those that we love. I've told countless amount of people, I'm like, if this person messes with you, they will not be able to hide from me. I will find them because I am so protective over my family and friends. No one messes with them. They're allowed to mess with me. Don't you dare mess with my friends. We are also extremely hardworking, even to a fault. We are always the first ones to volunteer for stuff, if that means helping our family or friends or anyone that we love. We are known as the servant-hearted people, so we are always happy to serve people. If we're not serving or working hard towards something, then we lose momentum and we forget who we are. We're just not those type of people that can just sit around all day being super lazy. We have to be doing something. We have to be moving. We have to be working towards something in society. We even get to the point that we overwork ourselves and we don't even notice that we're doing it. And that is one of our downfalls, that we push ourselves so hard just to get stuff done because we want to keep doing stuff, and if we're not doing it, we're not helping anyone. So we want to help those around us. We want to help people. So if we're not working hard, we're not getting stuff done, then what are we? We're useless. And also it makes us very hard to accept help from other people. There have been so many times that people have offered to help me and I've just completely said no. Even though in those situations I desperately needed help, I still turned them down because I have a hard time with accepting people's help because I don't want them to work. I want to work for them. So in those situations, ISFJs will most likely turn down help because we don't want you to worry about it. We don't want you to have to work. We want to work for you to make you happy. And all we ask for in a return is a simple thank you or an acknowledgement that you have noticed that we've done this task for you. It is crucial to ISFJs to get some kind of feedback, good or bad. But we want to know that you have seen us doing this hard work for you. We want to be acknowledged. If we're not, then we lose momentum, we lose the drive to help anyone. Also, because we're huge sensors and feelers, we don't want people to sense or feel how we're feeling personally. This is a huge downfall for ISFJs and one reason why we're so amazing to other people but such a detriment to ourselves. Because we care so much about the people around us, care about their well-being and how they feel, we don't want them to feel what we're feeling. So if we're feeling sad or depressed for that day, we will bottle up all of our feelings inside and not let anyone know. And as any human being has experienced, you can bottle up your feelings for a long time, but at some point those feelings will spill out. But for ISFJs, we keep it in so long that for a personal experience of mine, that for so many years, up till the age of 16 for me, I bottled in so many emotions of how I had felt for the longest time that when I was 16, it all started pouring out like a waterfall. Even my family had noticed and were like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you so angry all the time?" It's because I had bottled up all these emotions for the longest time that they had just all came out at one point. And I couldn't control it because I kept it in for so long, I couldn't contain it anymore. So us as ISFJs need to learn when to let out our emotions and when not to, because if we're feeling sad, we're gonna bottle it in because we don't want anyone to feel the same way that we do. And that is a huge detriment to us, but it helps the people around us, and that's what we keep thinking. This person's happy even though I am dying inside. So to all of my ISFJs out there, learn to balance. You need to find it, or else you are gonna cause so much havoc for yourself. That's not fun. The main thing to take away from ISFJs, we are hard workers to a fault. We care so much about the people around us that we will do anything for you guys, and we're super strong protectors. Don't you dare mess with those that we love, because there's no place in this entire universe that you can hide that we will not find you. And I'm sure you're wondering, Ashlyn, why does the title say I'm different? Here's why! Because I am not only an introvert, I am also an ambivert. I can just hear the crickets of people who don't understand what that is. That's okay, not a lot of people know what an ambivert is. To sum it up pretty quickly, an ambivert is an introverted extrovert or vice versa. So let me explain what an introverted extrovert is. An introverted extrovert or an ambivert is someone who has both qualities of an introvert and an extrovert, which means that we get the blessings and the curses of both of them. So for me personally, I am an introvert most of the time. If I am put in situations where I am not comfortable, I am the most introverted person you will ever meet in your life. But at some point, if I want to talk to someone when I'm hanging out with a group of friends that I don't really know, but I really want to talk to them, I can easily just turn on my extrovertness like that, where I become the super bubbly, lighthearted, like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm so excited for today. We're gonna have a great time hanging out. I am freaking excited for this, and leave me on every live stream ever and have no problem. I can become an introvert or an extrovert, and I can have the qualities of both of them. But at some point, I am a little bit more of an introvert. That's why it's an introverted extrovert. So at some point, I will resort back to my introverted ways, and I will have to recharge alone and in my own space. If you are an ambivert who is an extroverted introvert, it means that you can do everything that I just said, but vice versa. So if you're extremely extroverted and you want to become introverted, or if you're acting introverted and you want to be extroverted for that time, you will get more of your energy from being out with people and not resort back to introverted ways. However, you might still experience introverted tendencies. Have I gotten you confused yet? Because it took me 19 years to get here. But pretty much to sum it up is that we're just both introverts and extroverts. We have tendencies of both, but at some point one of those traits will take over. So down in the comments, I want you to take that quiz and write down in the comments below telling me what's your personality? What did you come out as? And let's talk about each other down in the comments below, because I mean, I love this stuff. I have been obsessed with these personality traits for the longest time, and I want to learn about your personality and how you work and how you tick and all your little tendencies. Tell me about them all in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you for listening to my video. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being part of my weird family, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
You say you love me, I say you crazy. We're nothing more than friends. Ain't going nowhere without a fight. And I made it obvious, we're just friends. So